What is up, everybody? Scape211 here. We are doing another Is It Good video, and we are focusing on Cheetah. We did weapons past couple of times, so we're going to focus on a mech this time. Is Cheetah good? That is the burning question. And though this is a tough one, no, I don't think he's good. And here is why. Number one, expensive to purchase. Cheetah is arguably the most expensive mech to purchase. He costs premium currency. Specifically, right there, it says he costs 4,325. Man, that is expensive. Now, you could say that some other items are more expensive than him, of course. But in terms of mechs, there are no other mechs that cost as much premium currency as Cheetah. He is the most expensive for premium currency. And in that being the case, you would expect a lot out of this mech because you probably just broke the bank to get him. So you want to be able to use him. He should be useful in all areas, but sadly that is not the case for Cheetah. So because he is so expensive, it's already a pretty hard knock against him when he's not going to be as useful as you would expect. Number two, low health, low mobility. Now Cheetah is a light mech, so you're already going to expect low health, but if we compare him to the other light mechs, we'll find out that he is actually the worst in both his mobility and his health. His health is, probably okay for 4 stars, 24,000 for a light mech, but his speed is 6 kilometers per hour, so it's pretty low. But let's compare that with some of the other ones. I'm sorry, it's actually pretty decent. But if we compare him to the other light mechs, Lancer, only at 3 stars, is similar health, but faster. MD, similar health, but same speed. And then if we go to Shadow, he has less health, but he has a better speed. And in the case of each of these mechs, they have better ways to keep themselves alive. Lancer is going to be using his, speed and his jump jet ability. MD is going to be using his healing ability to keep himself topped up outside of combat. And then, of course, Shadow is going to use his speed and stealth to keep him safe in combat as well. Cheetah doesn't have anything that's really going to help him in combat. And because he has low health and low speed, he's really not going to survive in any kind of encounter. Number 3, passive ability. Now, if you think of most mechs, just about every ability in this game is one that will have an immediate effect in combat. It'll put up shields, it'll do a melee dash into the enemy, it'll put up some kind of barrier, or it'll directly affect combat. Now, of course, Cheetah's ability can directly affect combat, but if you throw the mines right in the enemy's face, but that means he's got to get close. The ideal way is to set these up in places where the enemy is forced to engage. But the problem is a lot of enemies already have different ways that they can deal with that. I mean, you can melee dash, you can use shields, you can use Guardian's ability to clear the mines. But even regardless of that, any mech has the ability to just play around these mines. They're static. They can run around them, they can avoid them, and they can go another way. There's not a whole lot of instances where you're forced to engage in combat, so his ability is subpar compared to many of the other abilities in the game. Number 4, not an essential mech. Now, we all know we have 5 base slots, and that sounds like a lot, but in those, you probably want someone who's fast to cap fonts, someone who's good at attacking, maybe up close and from far away, some kind of a tank, and then maybe a utility mech. And the utility mech is usually like a Guardian or a Zephyr, something that's going to help you with crowd control, or again, something that's going to be effective in combat, or something that'll help the team maybe a little bit, like an MD. Because the ability on Cheetah is passive, and because he's not great in combat, he doesn't really provide anything that's exactly essential to winning the match. Doesn't mean that he's not useful, and there are certain things about him that can be useful. But when he's not essential to the battle, it makes it difficult to include him when you have limited slots. And it's just another reason why he's really not exactly all that great. Now, that's all I had to say for this one. I know this one's a tough one, probably for a lot of people to hear. Probably controversial as well. And it's not to say that Cheetah is a bad mech. I just don't think he's worth the investment when you compare him to some other mechs that are definitely worth your time. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you agree or disagree or just want to make comments about Cheetah, feel free to below. And if you have other things that you want to see in the Is It Good series, please let me know, and we will see you out there on the battlefield.